It's time for another episode of Raising Courageous Leaders by Mr. Bunke Shipalana. That's my dad.
So today we are talking about focus. Why?
I mean, you look at our world compared to our parents' world, we've got so many options. Our parents, most of them, had limited options.
Very true.
They had one career they could choose, they had one area they could work in.
Yeah.
But for us, the options are vast. And for me, because the options are vast, we tend to lose focus.
Yeah.
Focus is a synonym for aim. It means placing all of one's attention on a particular object or an activity. You focus on something when you believe that time and energy is required for compound return. So when you sit down and say, for me to achieve X, Y, Z, I need to repeat. I need to add more energy to it. And that energy or that repetition, when it's multiplied, is going to give me the result. Then you definitely need to focus. I mean, you look at athletes, you can look at, you say, Bolt, you can look at Caster Semenya. They had to make a call one way that I'm only going to focus on 100 meter and 200 meter for Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
While for Caster, she said, I'm going to focus on 800 meters. So even though she is a talented athlete, she could not do everything.
Yeah.
She had to decide that out of the many options that I have, which one am I going to focus on? Because whatever you focus on dictates how you train.
Yeah. And look, I mean, you're quite right in terms of there being so much that is out there, so much that's available to us. One can get distracted quite easily. And I think, if we're going to focus, like you're saying, on that one thing, then it's important that we understand ourselves well and we understand, what it is that we want in order for us to zero in on that particular thing and focus on it. Yes. So it requires for us to know ourselves very well.
True. And that's part of the bigger challenge of it. Lack of knowledge of who we are or what type of seed we are makes us not focus on the type of foods we're supposed to deliver on earth.
Yeah. And maybe,
so if you're not sure if you're a banana or a mango or an apple, how do you know where to plant yourself?
Yeah. And I'm an apple, actually, me, myself. My nickname is Apples. There you go. So let's talk about the benefit of being focused. I think it's self-explanatory. I think you've touched on it just with the example that you've made of our phenomenal, athlete, Caster Semenya. You've touched on it lightly, but let's delve in deeper.
I think for me, the easiest way to understand the benefit of focus is that it differentiates between what's important vis-a-vis what's necessary.
Yeah.
What's important vis-a-vis what's necessary. Two words that we tend to use as if they mean the same thing, but they actually are different. And let's use an example of being hungry. When you're hungry, it's important for you to cook food if you're staying by yourself.
Yeah.
It's important for you to cook food.
Yeah.
But guess what? It's necessary for you to go and buy the ingredients. It's important to cook, but necessary for you to go and buy the ingredients.
Yeah.
And the big difference between the two is that one is done in private for yourself. One can be done in public and people can appreciate it.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone taking an Instagram video of themselves walking at ShopRite, Checkers, or Pick n Pay, buying groceries. Says, "Woo, I'm buying groceries."
Yeah.
But what we see are the 6 colors on a Sunday. Look what I have cooked.
Oh yes.
So the world tends to see what's important, but ignores to appreciate what's necessary in your life. But the unfortunate thing is that if you stop doing what's necessary, what's important expires.
Yeah. Oof. Say that again. Say that again. That was very important.
If you stop doing what's necessary, what's important will expire.
Goodness.
And you can easily see with some of our athletes, soccer players, or boxing, if you stop going to gym to exercise when no one is watching you, your game is gonna go down.
Yeah.
And you won't be good anymore, and people stop appreciating you.
They
don't stop appreciating you because you're playing bad. They actually stop appreciating you because you stopped doing what is necessary, and that is training in darkness by yourself without the crowd. So for me, focus assists you to tend to aim on what's necessary. focus on what's necessary. What's important becomes a byproduct of what's necessary.
Yeah.
But most of us, because we're not focused, we always do things that appeal to the crowd, appeal to the audience, get us the attention, get us the likes, and that's why we're doing so many things. But at the end of the day, if the seed dies, the fruits disappear.
Oof. Can we make what's the word? Can we draw a straight line from what you're saying to the importance of committing? You know, commitment, whether you have an audience, whether you have people that are watching you to applaud you, whether you have spectators, and whether, you know, you are by yourself and still at it and still doing what needs to be done. So can we say that, in other words, commitment?
Yeah, commitment to you. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Commitment to your goal.
Yeah.
Commitment to you. While what's important is a commitment to you, but it does involve other people. If you're cooking for 6 people at home or 4 people at home, most of the time you go and buy grocery by yourself. You don't go as a family and says, all of us, let's go and buy grocery. Only one person buys the grocery.
For sure.
But the person then cooks for 6 people. So commitment to you, to do something for you, by yourself, to yourself, without the need or the desire for applause.
How can we become more focused? What are the steps that we perhaps can start to take in order for us to just be more centered and more direct in terms of what it is that we would like to achieve?
3 quick points. Number 1, you must set and have goals. You can't be focused unless you know that you're going to run 100 meters or 200 meters or 800 meters. You can't just go to the track and say, today I will see. I'll decide what I run. You have to set goals, and those set goals are in terms of the end goal, and then you start at the beginning. The end goal might be to win the gold medal. The end goal might be to lose weight, and then you start somewhere else. Number 1, set or have goals. You can't be focused unless you have goals. That's one. Number 2, understand the sacrifice, and this is where most people tend to miss it. They set goals without understanding the sacrifice. I've had so many people say, me, I would never change. Even if I get married or I have kids, I will never change. And I look at them like, really? Go buy a fish, a small fish. It will change your life. You have to come back home on time. You can't leave it for 3 days without feeding it. So if a fish can change part of your life, what about a person living in the same house as you?
Very true.
So whatever decision you make, understand that there will be sacrifice and accept it. Most people don't want to recognize sacrifice. That's rejecting the sacrifice. Actually, that's rejecting the focus. Last but not least, the journey will be longer than you planned or expected.
And why is this?
Nothing ever goes according to your plan.
That's
and I didn't say plan. I'm saying according to your plan. Because there is a plan out there that is going to help you. There is a God out there that is going to help you, but you are not God. So the journey would be longer than your plan or how you expected it to be. You might have thought that in 3 years' time you'll finish a degree. You have to write one more exam the following year. You might have thought that by the time you're 30 you'll be married, you'll be a millionaire. You're not yet there. So the journey will be longer than you planned or expected. Have strength and keep on going.
Because of external elements as well, right?
That are beyond your control.
Stop waiting for someone to rescue you.
You must have patience and engage in consistent action.
Find the inspiration within yourself.
Patience
to rise above and be your own hero. Join Bonke Shipalana on The Power Within